Welcome to a craft episode of the Mental Health Monday Project. I'm Audrey Ensor, Chief Editor at Medfield TV.
And I'm Brett, Executive Director at Medfield TV.
Today, we're going to be painting mason jars. A fun little craft you can do with a pal. We're pals. Co-workers, employee, boss. So...
Associates.
The Mental Health Monday Project is brought to you by Medfield TV and Medfield Coalition for Suicide Prevention, a Medfield Foundation initiative, as administered by Medfield Outreach to alleviate stress and promote mental health awareness.
I'm excited. What do we do first?
Well, do you have a thought on what you might want to paint first?
I don't. I have
You're just going to go in with no ideas?
I have no ideas. No color schemes, no nothing. It's just as I start painting, I'll just, I'll feel it.
It's a bold move.
Yeah, but here's the other thing is I'm also not very good at painting, so I know whatever it is I pick, it's not going to come out that way. Like,
okay.
I could pick a sunflower, it's going to be yellow dot. Like, it's going to be a yellow blob. So it's not about how good you are at it. It's about relieving stress and feeling good, feeling happy. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
And as our friend Mike Page says, don't be afraid to make mistakes. The important thing is that you make your mark. You got the quote wrong.
I did.
That's okay. All right. Well, we have our little paint trays. So this is where you squirt your paint onto, and then where you paint from. And we have acrylic paint. We're painting with acrylics because that's what I saw online. That was okay to do. You didn't fill the bowls with water. We need some water. Brief intermission.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Shall we?
Yeah, are these like watercolors or how do we do this?
This is acrylic paint. So it's full on paint. Why would you paint a glass with watercolor?
I don't know. This is
my
level of expertise.
What? We got all the colors. Big things of white to mix. Hey, close up cam. So you don't have any idea what you want to do?
I don't. I was just going to do colors.
Just colors, like not a cute little design?
Are you judging me?
No.
Yeah, I'm just going to do colors.
When I asked Brett to do this, he immediately hopped on Google. So I thought you were looking at examples.
No, I was... Thought we were done with the conversation.
Okay, so he just wanted me to leave. Got it. All right, well, I'm gonna aim for a watermelon design on mine. I've seen examples of little cute flower patterns, some just polka dots. Polka dots might be fun.
Yeah. Some
abstract. You seem like you're gonna go for an abstract option.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna start painting this, and we're gonna see how it comes out. Yeah. I'm feeling orange.
Orange.
Yeah, like that bright orange is really calling to me.
There you go.
I'm rocked out. Should you do like a layer of white first and then paint over it, or is it just right through
I would go straight in. Acrylic paint is thick. I'm cutting that out.
Thick with 2 C's.
I'm gonna mix it right up. Get a pink. You mix white and red, pink.
I'm already messing up here. So I was like blue, orange, gold. This is cobalt blue, vermilion, and yellow ochre.
Yeah, you gotta have funky names for your paint. Come on.
I'm still just working off the Crayola mac and cheese and.
So these are fresh paints, so we get to pop them open.
Yeah.
You already did yours.
You'll see it in your editing, but I popped it.
So,
I held it up to the mic and.
Oh, ASMR?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. If you want to talk about.
I probably put way too much.
If you want to talk about stress relief.
Yeah, exactly.
You can experience some ASMR.
A lot of people watch ASMR on YouTube too. Relax.
And they tap the mic sometimes. Do you think that'd be weird for people if we just did this entire episode like that?
Why are you yelling? Yeah, that'd be very strange.
So Audrey, this is the stress relief episode, or this is a Mental Health Monday project. It's about relieving stress. We're going to do this. What are some of the things that you do to relieve stress?
Good question. I've gotten into reading lately, and I've been reading a book. Which is fun. Untamed by Glennon Doyle. My thing recently has been reading because I wanted something that got me away from screens, because I do screens all day. I work in video, I'm editing, I'm on a camera, and then I go home and I do some freelance work in the same field, and just wanted something to get away from screens.
Yeah.
My favorite book series of all time.
Tuesdays with Morrie.
Harry Potter. What?
Oh.
What'd you say?
I was gonna see like if we were gonna like both say the same thing at the same time. So Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I realized I'm gonna do stripes. I'm gonna do some stripes.
Stripes.
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna finally start painting. I was mixing my pink for so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry. This is why you said this episode was gonna be 20 minutes. I don't think it's going to be.
I'm a little nervous it's gonna be long now, but that's okay. I'll cut it down.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I feel like there's a lot of things I've said that need to be cut out already.
So, I like that color though. That's like gold. That's like royalty gold right there. Stress relief. I do stress out, and I stress out. I feel like I stress a lot, actually. I just tend to do it in the car. Privately. And so I get it all out in the car. And if you see me driving,
Scary.
I'm a complete psychopath. It's like, I really am. I just got blue on my hand. But I will have, like, if I'm going into a meeting, I'll have the conversation of the meeting of like what I think the meeting's gonna be. I will talk the meeting out. We just did town meeting. So like I wasn't stressed at town meeting because I went through every horrible scenario that could possibly happen in my head on the car ride, like to and from for weeks prior. Like I go through the scenarios a lot, and that helps me deal with the stress in the moments, which I think is really good. But other things that I do, I guess, to relieve stress, I talked about this too, is like finishing goals and like actually having a list of things to accomplish. I think sometimes I get stressed out because it's like I don't know what I'm doing and like I don't know where I'm going. So actually having a list and accomplishing things and like checking them off gives me a little stress relief.
I love a checklist. I constantly have a checklist going. I do weekly checklists here. I don't know if you've seen my notepad.
I don't.
I set up my week on paper.
Board president Dave Maxon told me to start doing that, and I started doing it, but it was just too tedious for me. I couldn't do it. But I'm glad it works for you.
It does work for me, and I kind of love like writing out my next week. I write it in advance. Like on Monday, I'll write next week's schedule. I'll be adding to it. I think it relieves stress because it keeps me organized. So I'm not stressing about like, coming into work and being like, what do I need to do today?
What are things that stress you out?
Everything. I mean, we talked about it in our show, What the Adults. I'm constantly on edge, always, which is not good. And I've realized that recently, kind of. Yeah. That I should be shifting my mindset, which is why I started reading. And I've been taking a step back from a lot of things because I tend to overdo everything when I could do something at a level below and still get the exact same product. Your question was things that stress me out. Well, I mean, I answered everything, but like last minute things being tossed at me is probably my biggest stressor.
So like every time I give you stuff?
Yeah.
One of the things I will say, like, this is my job. This is a job today. Is like, I do this for a living, and we're doing a show like this where I'm painting. I also this morning got to talk to an athlete that is like, I was like geeking out over being able to interview an athlete. You'll see that interview come out soon. So people often are like, your job's not serious. I always tell people like, there are moments of my job that are, I think, more stressful than people realize. And I think that, even interviewing like the athlete, like, yeah, that was fun, that was cool, but like, I had to take that seriously. And I had to do some real like, check yourself moments. Like you can't geek out when interviewing someone. And you still have to do like there's still technical parts of that where I have to set up the miking correctly, and I have to make sure that the TV's correctly set up, and some of those things, like, they're fun, but they are stress. Even this moment right now is that you're watching the two of us paint jars, but there are 4 cameras in front of us, 2 mics, there's a switchboard in the back. Yeah. There's parts of it that are stressful, even though this isn't, you know? But I'd rather do this than anything else. So what has been one of your favorite Mental Health Monday projects so far?
This year or last year, or just in general?
In general.
You know what? I really loved how the animal shelter one turned out when Karen Sweeney came in and talked about the Medfield Animal Shelter, and also just how pets owning and volunteering at a shelter can benefit your mental health. I thought that was a really good and different episode to do, and I was happy with that result.
That's good. Oh, I like what you're doing there. The whole top is going to be like the, I get what you're doing. I like that.
Hey. I hope it turns out well.
Don't ever compare yourself to other people. I'm doing a good job too. I know that.
Brett's doing a great job.
But that's really cool.
So what do you think are some things you can do with your painted mason jar?
Well, I don't know if you've realized, but I am a collector of things that make me think of stuff. If you look at my shelf, it's mementos. It's little random things to you, but they're all things that make me think of things. So, like, what made my fiance so mad one time was we were cleaning up, and every object she held to me and was like, throw this away, I had a reason
to keep it.
And it was like, oh, but that's not just, you know, a penny. That's a penny I found. That's the first penny I found at, you know, Fenway Park when I was, you know, like, just had a story for everything. And so if you look at, like, in my office, there's an eclectic group of things. I mean, like, there's pictures of, like, my nephew and of me and my fiance and stuff like that, but there's, like, coins, and I know what coin they are, and so this will probably end up on my shelf. I don't know if this is gonna...
I think that looks good.
No, but it's gonna... I realize that I'm ending this streak and I'm gonna have to do another. It's not gonna match up correctly.
Oh, your pattern doesn't pattern.
Doesn't pattern.
See, got it. That's why you gotta think things through a little more.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We're just making happy little trees. Is that copywritten? Did Bob Ross copyright that?
What?
Happy little trees.
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't even know that was Bob Ross. So some other examples I saw online is if you paint it, but you leave parts clear, and then you can see whatever you put on the inside. So if you stick some candy in there.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this.
You're going to leave some clear?
I am.
Nice.
And I'm just
glad I gave you that idea.
This is going to look good. It's going to be fine.
I like the confidence.
Our most famous reel will show confidence is not my problem. How do you feel now that we're famous?
Yeah, we have 14,000 views on one of our reels.
Different ways our staff react after finishing on-camera recording. Chief Editor Audrey first.
See you next month for another episode of Mupdates, your monthly Medfield updates. That's fine. I think that was fine. All right, cool. We're done.
Okay, now Exec Director Brett.
Saturday, May 1st, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Boom! Bada bing, bada boom. It's like I do this for a living. I like to think we're good characters.
Yeah, we should just start a...
It's like we should have a show that we do.
That we talk about ourselves on.
Yeah.
What the adults.
We have one! We do that.
Are you done with your jar?
I'm contemplating, because I kind of want to do something at the top here, but I don't know what. I'm actually, you know what? That ain't that bad. It reminds me of a balloon.
Like a hot air balloon?
Yeah.
Cool.
Which makes me almost want to have it go like this.
You should hang it from your ceiling. Add a little picnic basket to it.
I heard from one of the members of the Medfield Coalition for Suicide Prevention. She said that our Mental Health Monday project is one of her favorite initiatives that we do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What else did we do new this year? We did one with the Medfield High School Band this year. I thought that one was really cool.
Yeah, so we sent Amanda with her camera to go film that. And later, we are doing the senior recognition night, and Jason Billick, who is the director of the high school band, came in here. And he said, you know, it was interesting. I thought about it afterwards, and that was the first time that the Medfield High School Band has played in front of somebody all year, was for Amanda, sitting in the stands.
Just Amanda.
Just Amanda, by herself. It was just her. But then it was displayed to all of you.
They were very good.
Yeah, that band is...
I'm very impressed by them.
They're incredible. They really are. They're incredible.
And then some of the students also talked about how being in band or playing music in general helps their mental health. So it's a good episode. I suggest you watch it. And then our first episode this month was a yoga class with Adrian. If you want to go check that one out, it's a 30-minute yoga class. And yoga is an awesome way to relieve stress. Have you ever done yoga before?
I have. Started it as a joke in college. Was like, oh, bunch of tough wrestler guys gotta go do yoga. And then we went and we realized, one, yoga is really hard. It's actually pretty difficult, pretty good workout, but it's actually really good for you. And we started going back, and now I continue to do like some stretches and stuff. I'm like one of my only friends who stretches. Stretching is a good, like, yoga, whatever you want to call it. Just stretch as like a stress relief. I got fired up about stretching right there. I don't know.
Passionate.
I have like a random goal. I want to be able to do a split. I've never been able to do one.
Oh.
I'm not super far off, but...
Can you show us your split?
I can't do a split yet. I said I'm getting closer.
Can you show us your progress?
No.
I saw like little mom rescue kits or like sick rescue kits in a mason jar. So you put like specific things in the mason jar to help with whatever. So if it's allergy rescue kits, you can put some tissues.
That's cute.
Chapstick.
You like send your kid into the room and then just like slide one of these in there. Here you go.
You go. Don't touch me.
Take care of yourself, buddy. Well, I want to give a shout out actually. Molly Goonan's senior project.
Molly.
She's doing her senior project, and we're her outside mentors, and it's a phenomenal podcast. Like, she does a great job. And I was actually telling her the day, like, interviewing someone and getting them to open up and talk to you is really hard. And it took me a long time to realize that that's a skill that not everyone has. And she has it, and she's very good at it. And her interviews are phenomenal. She did have a problem with her first episode with the audio, which, you know, okay. I'm just letting people know, if you listen to the first episode, the audio is not great. It improves. But yeah, she does a phenomenal job. I listened to it coming to work. It is called Hidden Stories MSH.
And she's talked to both students and teachers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I first thought that she was like best friends with the first person she interviewed, and I thought that she was like really close with the teacher that she interviewed, and I found out that she had just met those people walking through the door for the very first time. And so, like, that's the thing, is being able to do that, to have that relationship with someone right walking through the door, is pretty impressive.
She's also just a nice person in general.
Yeah.
Shout out Molly.
I think I'm gonna call mine done, by the way. You take your time. You take your time.
No, this is so much pressure. I'm almost done. I just need to finish this stripey line, and then I'm good to go.
Well, I left the part blank, so.
So you cheated.
I did a little bit. But I think that I like it like this, though.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah. You put a little candle in there or something.
Ooh.
You can't, because the air would go out.
There are a lot of crafts to do with mason jars online.
Yeah.
You can put lights in them. You can like make a galaxy. I was contemplating that, but I thought it would be too messy because it involves shaking up glitter and water in it. Oh. Crafts in general and art in general is an amazing way to relieve stress. And there's so many different forms of art.
Yeah.
that you can try, even if, you're not great at it.
I really enjoy gardening. I used to landscape. I had a landscaping company, and so gardening was always a lot of fun for me and kind of brings me back to that. So I really like gardening, and I think that it would be an awesome way for people to relieve some stress.
We interviewed a landscaper for our holiday stroll series of artists.
Oh, yeah.
And that was probably my favorite interview from that. Should I say that? That was my favorite interview from that whole series. I think she was so interesting. Her name's Kathy Rooney, if you want to check out that interview. I thought it was so different and how landscaping can be an art form. How much thought goes into it and how much science goes into it was really cool to hear about.
One of the reasons why we were like, hey, we probably shouldn't do this for a living is because we realized that we were willing to work hard and willing to just do the grunt work, but we were certainly not on the level of people who
it's like an art form.
Yeah, like it's an art form and it's what they do for a living and they went to school for it and they did all that. It's pretty awesome. But it looks like you finished your
I have
watermelon.
finished my jar. Watermelon.
That's adorable.
It's cute, right?
That is.
I like it. And then I saw like a whole series of fruit ones. There was an orange, there was strawberries.
Well,
I chose the watermelon.
Let's go.
Grab your own mason jar.
Yeah.
Do your own craft, paint your own stuff. We used acrylic paint. Seems to be holding up well. Create.
For the 30 seconds after we finish.
Yeah. It's not chipping yet.
Yeah.
Can put some flowers in it. Can put some treats and some gifts in it. It's so easy to just hand this off to someone as a gift.
Yeah.
Hey, here's this jar of things. I thought about you. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. It's pretty awesome. I mean, mason jars are everywhere too.
Yeah, for sure. They're so easy to acquire.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you feel some stress alleviated after our painting process?
I do. I feel like in the moment that was awesome. Like that was really good. And now I feel ready to take on the day.
Yeah. It was a good start to our morning. We filmed this right as I walked in the door. I was like, hey, do you want to film?
Yeah.
If you do your own, send it in to us. We'd love to see them.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram, Medfield TV, Twitter, Medfield TV, Facebook, Medfield TV. Email us, info@medfield.tv. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Do 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 do. 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 Do 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 do.